Now, Vladimir Putin is saying, we want Tucker Carlson to run all day on all of our state-controlled and heavily influenced state-controlled media. Where's this coming from? Probably when Tucker Carlson did actually praise Vladimir Putin. Here it is.
It'd be worth asking yourself, since it is getting pretty serious, what is this really about? Why do I hate Putin so much? Has Putin ever called me a racist? Has he threatened to get me fired for disagreeing with him? Has he shipped every middle-class job in my town to Russia? Did he manufacture a worldwide pandemic that wrecked my business and kept me indoors for 2 years? Is he teaching my children to embrace racial discrimination? Is he making fentanyl? Is he trying to snuff out Christianity? Does he eat dogs? These are fair questions, and the answer to all of them is no. Vladimir Putin didn't do any of that.
So according to a leaked document, Russia now wants that guy, Tucker Carlson, to be everywhere. Mother Jones leaked this. According to the Kremlin, this is essential. Tucker Carlson is now essential to Russian propaganda in Russia. I kid you not. On March 3rd, a Russian military force bombed Ukrainian cities as part of Vladimir Putin's illegal invasion of his neighbor. The Kremlin sent out talking points to state-friendly media outlets with the request: use more Tucker Carlson. Well, damn. It's a 12-page document entitled "For Media and Commentators, Recommended Coverage." It is essential to use as much as possible fragments of broadcast of the popular Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who sharply criticizes the actions of the United States and NATO, their negative role in unleashing the conflict in Ukraine, and the defiantly provocative behavior from the leadership of the Western countries and NATO towards the Russian Federation and toward President Putin personally. That's from the leaked memo inside of Russia. It sums up Carlson's position. Russia is only protecting its interest. This is what he said. Is only protecting its interest and security. The memo includes a quote from Carlson. And how would the US behave if such a situation developed in neighboring Mexico or Canada? He's drawing false comparisons here, trying to create conclusions that do not fit the narrative. No other Western journalist is referenced in the memo, only Tucker Carlson. The document was produced according to its metadata at a Russian government agency called the Department of Information and Telecommunication Support, which is part of the Russian security apparatus. According to Mother Jones, anonymous source, memos like this have been common practice by Putin's administration during the war. Carlson repeatedly noted there was no reason for the United States to assist Ukraine in its battle with Russia, and insisted it was not treason, it is not un-American to support Putin. He contended that Ukraine was not a democracy, but a client state of the United States government. False narrative again. After Putin invaded Ukraine, Carlson shifted to a new line, that the United States and the West actually goaded Putin into war and provided no explanation as to why that would benefit the US.
One thing while I'm on your show, as long as Putin now is not exactly a fan of our country, let him explain because Chris Wallace wouldn't let me ask the question. Why did the mayor of Moscow's wife give the Bidens, both of them, $3.5 million for, that's a lot of money. She gave him $3.5 million. So now I would think Putin would know the answer to that. I think he should release it. I think we should know that answer.
Yeah, you heard it. He's coordinating with an actual enemy of America, an actual enemy of democracy. This is a man fiending for power. That is what you see on display. He feels lost without it. You know why he feels lost without it? Because he's empty. He bears no value system. There's nothing internally that connects him to the greater world around him other than his power and wealth. And here's one thing about power. It's not quenchable. People that seek power will never get enough and say, now I can quit. Now I've arrived. It is not quenchable whatsoever. This isn't the first time Trump has required or requested information on political enemies. Remember this 2016 campaign, here it is.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press.
But they call him a patriot. America first. Damn, America first looks a whole lot like Russia before America, Russia before democracy, Russia before common sense. And Putin is not the only global leader that Trump has requested to find info on. Hunter Biden, remember that? Back in 2020, then President Trump called Ukraine President Zelensky about Hunter. Said, and I quote, "There's a lot of talk about Biden's son. That Biden stopped the prosecution, and a lot of people want to find out about that. So whatever you can do with the Attorney General would be great," Trump said in the July 25th call. According to the memo, Biden went around bragging that he stopped the prosecution. So if you look into it, it sounds horrible to me. All of those were lies, by the way. Biden actually stands by the State Department's decision to get rid of a corrupt leader that was corrupt, all right? And he said, damn it, I told them, you keep these corrupt people in power, the State Department will no longer have this diplomatic relationship with you, and we will stop funding initiatives in your country. Boom, he said it. He said it on the record. All right, no issue there. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the price of democracy is what? Okay. Trump also reached out to Julian Assange about covering up for Russia. Here it is. President Donald Trump offered a pardon through an intermediary to Julian Assange if the WikiLeaks chief agreed to say that Russia was not involved in hacking emails from Democrats during the 2016 presidential election. A lawyer for Assange said that in a London court. How in the hell is Trump not locked up?